Hey, what's up? It's Caleb. Just want to show you how to use the Riverstone Riverstone Youth Band materials spreadsheet. So the first slide here, our first spreadsheet is the schedule. You're going to use this to determine which songs are being played on which days. Right now, as it stands, everyone's serving every week, unless otherwise specified in your communications with Matt and me. Always over communicate about that. If you are coming up to a week that you know you've already told us you can't come, just tell us again that you can't come so that we're sure to make sure everything's ready. Okay? Now, for the first week, on the 13th, we're learning Jesus, Messiah, and Yes, I Will. Now, we do have a rehearsal on the 30th, and that will be used to prepare Jesus, Messiah, and Yes, I Will. And maybe a little bit of Death Was Arrested and Holy Forever. But these are your two target songs. Make sure they're ready. How do you know if you're ready? And where do you get started? Well, you go to the playlist down here, okay? Inside the playlist, every song has been listed. This is that scary document, and I just want to walk you through how to use it, okay? It doesn't have to be scary. It's actually really helpful. Jesus, Messiah, and Yes, I Will are both in the first set. That is the first set of songs that we're performing or leading in worship. That's right here. Again, first set. Makes sense, right? Those two are being led then. So I just want to point that out. The other thing is they are in the key of C, which for Michael, maybe you don't like playing in the key of C and you want to use a capo. In that case, you can click the linked document and use something in the key of G, or use a song in the key of G, and then capo up to 5. That's why the number 5 is written there. Everybody else, please don't use the G capo version. It's only for guitar. Everybody else should be using the chord chart. This is big, all right? So you'd open this one up and you practice with it. Linda, I've saved you. Helped with a couple of things here. You can use the chord pictures at the bottom. I copied and pasted these in to each song so you don't have to go look them up somewhere else. All right? So whenever you play a C chord, you go down here and play C and so on. Now, that's only the start of what you do with that material, though. Linda, I'm skipping one here. I would actually recommend watching this piano tutorial and every other subsequent piano tutorial on this spreadsheet when you go to learn a song, because it shows how someone practically uses those chords to play along with the song. And they sing, and they even show you something fancy that your left hand can do to make it sound better. So use the chord chart, but also watch the video and figure out how to play. Be prepared to play without the video, but use it as a learning tool. Here's the recording, though. Everybody needs to use the recording to practice. So you click the recording. Chris Tomlin's going to sound kind of funny because I transposed him or auto-tuned him to a new key. And you click play. And you start to practice with that in the background. So you have your chord chart open, you're listening, and you play along. And you can anticipate the order of the song by looking here at the song order. So you play the intro, and then verse and so on all the way through to the end. Sometimes there will be band directions, which says like, piano, don't play until the second verse. Or in this case, for Yes, I Will, on the second verse, you add the bass and the drums. Okay, that does mean, sorry, bass and drums, you're not going to be playing until that point. So sometimes there's directions, sometimes they're not. When they aren't there, that means we're going to figure them out in rehearsal. But be prepared to play every part of the song. All this other stuff, time signature, range, that's more for me than it is for you, just to help me determine the right key for us to sing in, stuff like that. So you really don't even need to worry about these. I'm probably going to go hide those in a minute. All right, so here's the resource. There are 12 songs to learn. If you want to be amazing go-getter and like learn all of them, great. But you only have to start working on Yes, I Will and Jesus Messiah for that first week. And then maybe try Death Was Arrested and Holy Forever, because that will be the next week. All right, if you have any questions, shoot me an email. I want to help you and make sure you feel prepared with what God has gifted you in serving our fellow youth. All right, thanks so much for serving. I'll see you soon.